Well, we're here, I guess. To be honest, heading into this month, I was like, okay, well, they've been very vague about, what they are going to be doing for this this season. Obviously, losing the first of the, conference slate is not great, especially if it's one of the ranked teams they have to beat in order to get in the tournament. Just like okay, fine, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, what they're gonna do, but hey, they're still ranked. They haven't really been punished a whole lot, for their transgressions. But hey, let's just hope that they're able to, maybe at least beat the unranked teams. Maybe pick one off from the ranked, and I think they still fell short of that, which is unfortunate. But you can't win them all. But we start with New Year's Day against our big rival, Ayahuasca. And of course, as per usual, we can't play against Iowa. Now, hear me out. It was close. We were able to actually do well in the first half, actually be in the lead. We even like fucking clawed back into this bitch, tied it up in the fourth, right? Or at least, yeah, like tied up in the fourth, and then we just forgot how to play basketball. 10 straight points, and that was it. That was it. That was Guanjover. Can't do that against Iowa. You just can't, especially if it's an Iowa team that has not lost a game since then, has played games that have been much closer against competition that is not considered good. Like they didn't win a game by our margin since until Ohio State. Bruh. Well, actually, it was until. No. Oregon played closer. Oregon played closer. Northwestern played closer. Indiana played closer. Maryland, Ohio State, Michigan. No, sorry. Maryland, Michigan State both played closer. Just. You just let it slip away, bro. It's just not what you want at all. Like, literally at all. But our next two games are against unranked opponents, both from the same state of Indiana, and they're both at home. So this one was pretty easy. Definitely let off the gas in the second half. Let's hope that's not a trend. But hey, we're finally figuring out our full starting lineup. Around this time, we figured out that Maupin is pretty good. Start out the year with Maupin out there instead of Bojan, and wow, she is remarkably better. Just because Bojan has not been all there this year. Purdue, they have wins, but this next team doesn't have wins. In fact, they still don't have any wins at currently 0-9. Yikes. Do they play today? Yeah, they do. They play today against Michigan. Oh boy. Guess who we have as well. But it's Indiana, so obviously this should be a, pretty easy victory. No, never assume that about Nebraska basketball. We had the lead by 8, choked it in the third quarter, and had to rely on a fourth quarter explosion to actually win that fucking game. We were down at some moments in that fourth quarter. What are we doing? But legitimately, what are we doing? Stop being this stupid. You got to make your free throws. Why is everyone except Brent Prince missing all of their goddamn free throws? Like 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 3 for 4. Like fucking hell, man. Just make your free throws. We are dead last in free throws, both men's and women's, by the way. But hey, okay, still got the win. And in fact, we get to stay home and we get to go up against UCLA. Okay, I mean, UCLA is pretty good. Last time we got absolutely dog walked while we were over there, so let's just at least keep it close. I mean, it's closer than last year, if I remember correctly. We actually, we still got fucking demolished, but hey, we were competitive in the fourth, and almost everyone scored 10 that started, except for Prince. Yeah, Prince was currently in her banter era, also known as the era in which that doesn't happen. So yeah, obviously we're not winning anything if she's not going to be scoring points. Unfortunately, everyone else just can't do that. But we have Michigan State. Now this one's unfortunately on the road, so I wouldn't say this game would be close, right? Oh shit, it was. Yeah, so like in the Iowa game, we had this. We absolutely had this. And then we choked it away. When I watched the replay of that game, because I was listening to it on the radio, because like that, there was no other way to see it, and I just kept hearing the announcers going, "What are you doing inbounding that pass?" And like, yeah, I looked at that. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why? This is a team that would later lose to Iowa that same weekend. Goddamn. But I mean, hey, they're close this time. Like fucking hell, like hell yeah, brother. That's a decent result. Prince got her out of her banter era pretty fast. Hargrove actually put up fucking 20. Like hell yeah, 21. Like hell yeah. 9 for 11. Give her the ball more, goddammit. But we should win the next one. It is yet another road game, but it is Wisconsin. Wisconsin is currently sitting at the same record as us. And that helps when we fucking lose to them. See, this is where the illusion of, we can't beat the ranked teams, but we can beat the unranked teams kind of just disappears. Because we had this game. We absolutely had this game. That third quarter, after, getting dog walked in the second quarter, that third quarter, that was spicy. That was beautiful basketball. Maupin was, pretty much doing everything that she could, and we couldn't do anything. Like, the fourth quarter was, we had the lead, and then we blew it, and that was it. We lose to an unranked team. And for the time being, while we were, sitting with these losses, they still kept us ranked. They did drop votes. Funnily enough, people were like, "Why Nebraska not like get out of the rankings after 2 straight losses?" We did drop votes, but so did everyone else. But yeah, after this, no matter what we did in the next game, we'd probably be unranked, especially since Illinois is not ranked. But we were able to beat them. So, like, yay. I mean, go out with a bang, I guess. But unfortunately, we might have been able to keep it if we just didn't let off the goddamn gas in the second half again. This is a massive problem. Like, we had like a 20-point win in our grasp. We could have won this shit by like 20. And yet they just decided, I don't feel like playing basketball in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Let's just stop. That's not like, gotta get that defense sorted, man. Just gotta get that defense sorted. But hey, Bojan put up double digits. That's good. And then we arrive at Northwestern, one of the teams that just has not too many wins. Hey, we play USC, huh? Not too many wins, not a whole lot of, shenanigans. So obviously, yeah. Yeah, we won. it was a, shaky second quarter, but they expanded the lead every quarter other than that, and Hargrove double woo. I do want to bring back that USC loss when we were at home against them. USC's not below us in the standings. They are 11-9. They have the same amount of wins as Purdue. This is the ranked effect that is on us. We can't beat ranked teams even if they absolutely capitulate against teams like Oregon, Minnesota, Michigan State and Michigan. They've lost all those and they still got Iowa to face tonight. Like, what the hell, man? I get they had a rough schedule to, close this out, but fucking hell. They have more unranked losses than we do. I just... That's what makes me more mad about that game. First game dropped and... So, here we are. 16-15. 5-5 in conference play. Exceptionally mediocre. We have the same Big Ten record as Maryland somehow. I don't really get why, but Maryland kind of front-loaded their contract, I guess. But also has a loss to Illinois. Nope, can't get my hopes up. At least it's at home. Okay. So, our upcoming schedule. Unlike the men's team, we face actual ranked opponents. 3 of them to start out the week, and then Iowa, and then Washington. That's obviously case dependent since they're number 25. But this is it's just like, what? You had the chance to actually be good, but we were sitting through this entire month wondering, where the hell is Potts? Where the hell is, like a defense? Where is, because again, we haven't held a team under 60 since Cal Baptist. That was still a struggle fest. Like, that's not good. That is not what you would consider good. Our best defensive performance is against the team that has the same amount of wins as USC Loma. Purdue, I mean, like, you tried. You tried Purdue, but you same rank as that. But then the other ones are like road game against Minnesota, road game against Oregon, and then at home against Rutgers to end the season, which Rutgers is our kryptonite for some fucking reason in women's basketball. Don't understand it, but it's true. So, this schedule is rough. Do I think this team can win any of its ranked games? No, because you gotta remember the Ohio State, Michigan on the road. Maryland, that is at home, I guess. Iowa is at home, but we still have to go travel to Oregon and Washington for a weekend. So, I barely see 4 wins. Like, I don't even see 4 wins on here. Like, 3 is the max. And you can't go into the Big Ten tournament at 8-10. And, like, they blew some massive opportunities. That Wisconsin loss is going to haunt them for quite some time. The fact that USC sucks is going to hold us over for basically the rest of this. I think they said something about they have a person injured for USC, but I don't fucking care. Like, it would have been nice to, figure out what our full roster is. But then we got airdropped some news, We got some news, immediately today that we've been waiting for months. A status update on Potts. Oh my goodness. Are they going to say she's like coming back, or like, giving a timetable as to when she's going to be able to return? No. Instead, they are going to say that she is going to redshirt and try and come back for 2026, 2027. at least Prince has another year of eligibility. Like, yeah, I get long term health. I do get that. I just want to know what was the setback. Because I know it's not like she suffered the injury at the end of last season. She suffered it against a team called Northern Alabama. Sorry, North Alabama. So, that was pretty early. I just want to know what are the setbacks that they alluded to. Yeah, because I would like to know. I would definitely like to know. But in the state that this team is at now, they aren't going to make the tournament unless they actually get some ranked wins. And with the core that they have right now, I just don't see that happening. So it's yet another lost season under Amy Williams, and it makes me wonder if they are going to give her the boot at some point. Especially with still the whole lawsuit thing. That I don't understand litigation. Why is this shit taking so long? Can we please just speed it up? Where's the option? Where's the option to pay to speed it up? I'm just kidding. All right, like we just if we're not gonna be improving on who we have and what we have now, then we've got to get someone else in. Like someone else has got to get into the head coaching position to like give the program a different look than what it is now, which is the definition of mediocrity. Yeah, it was fun being undefeated in non-conference play, but it doesn't matter if you can't do jack and shit afterwards. It'll help for your NCAA tournament resume, but I don't want to be sitting on my couch, praying to the, ESPN overlords that this team gets in, because when you're relying on the ESPN overlords, they're going to pick an ACC team 9 times out of 10 that have the same record as us. All right? Now you hear me? So you got to go get some rank wins over this next week. You've got 3 opportunities over 7 days. You've got 3. If you can't get any of them, finito. Because at that point, you just can't do anything. You got 1 ranked opportunity and maybe 1 more after that, but then you just have empty wins. And even if you don't get those, then fuck, that's it. That's the season. But, we'll see. We'll see how they do. Come 1st, 4th, and 7th of February. And it'd be nice for them to get a win, but I just don't know if they will. And, yeah. I think that'll do it for me. I'm just going to go figure out some other things like that. Please just don't screw up. That's all I have to ask. And yeah, alright. Goodest, bye.